Good to go.
So when you're starting with like walking bass and playing chords, the main thing you want to remember is this: beats 1 and 3, you need a chord tone. Okay. Beats 2 and 4, passing tone. So like what I'm doing is I'm taking like I'm gonna think F7, like just I would first maybe learn to play a blues by doing it. So like if I'm playing like F7, I would think, okay, so here's F, I'm gonna have a chord on that. G, no chord. A, chord. B flat, no chord. C, a chord. D, no chord. E flat, a chord. But now I'm gonna need another tone in there to get to like equal it so it comes in even numbers. You know what I mean? So I could walk it throughout the whole like couple measures. So you would throw in the E natural, like major 7, just as a passing tone to bring you back to F. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do here is, so I've got F7, right? I got like E flat.
What's that inversion called when you're skipping a string, that A string?
When you're skipping, it's called like drop 2, isn't that?
Okay,
Drop 2?
yeah, okay.
All right, so we have this one here to start. Now then I'm using my middle finger as my lead finger. So you got G as beat 2. Okay, now I'm over here. Now I've got A in the bass, F, and C.
So you're not necessarily worried about getting that 7th in there.
3 and 7th. You know, listen. You just hear the motion now, and it's still retaining F.
Yes, I'm liking it.
Yeah. So okay, so you walk that. Now B flat's your passing tone.
Right.
Now when you get over here, now I have 3 and 7 again. So I have C, A, and E flat. Then D's my passing tone. Now E flat, and now here I'm going to be barring.
Got it.
You're right. And then passing tone, back to where you start.
Got it.
So first you just want to. Like get used to that. Then the next thing is like start thinking like how you could kind of use like just passing tones like up a fret, or you know like a, you know, like taking that. You could kind of move and play with these chords a little bit too. You know, it doesn't have to always be like.
Yeah.
So that all right. Now here's what you would do though. Take that and then take it, because you could figure out how to make F minor. You know, you have A flat. Take that and now run it through minor, run it through major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, major 7.
Okay.
Just practice that. You know, like all over the place. Take like a great tune to work on that stuff with is like So What. It's D minor forever. You know, so. You know, like you start taking those chords, and then the next thing it would be this. Like you would take like everything that we did on string 6, 4, and 3, move it to 2, 3, and 5. So and then practice like almost like mini positions. So like I would go like, right now B flat's my next passing tone, and then when I come over here, you see how I was on A and E flat. So now when you get to the C here, A and E flat.
A and E flat, you were up there?
Yeah, so I have the A here. E
oh,
flat.
I gotcha.
So I would take like so first I would practice it up and down, but then I would practice like what I call like little mini positions, and then practice going like forwards and backwards with those. So then you can start to see where they are like all on top of each other.
Okay, yeah.
And that's like the best way to go about like learning that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I think I have a book on it too. Though.
No. This is plenty.
Okay.
Plenty to work on.
Cool.
Okay. Can we spend 3 minutes? You know How High the Moon?
Yeah.
So how would you do like walking bass on that if you're just doing comping? So see what I did here. Like I went like, let's see. I went when it got when it went to G minor.
And you could have kept it going up if you wanted to. You could just take everything we did for dominant 7 and just make it so that the E is now natural.
Yeah.
And then everything else is the same. But the one thing you do have to remember though is, and this is kind of the weird thing, is with major 7. Or wait, no, that's right. And then you would have here, like you got to put in like, because you got to think of like when it gets to this thing. Like I sometimes put in the 6th chord as part of it. So, because you need another chord there, you know what I mean? Like I might go up here, come down to that, and then walk up to the major 7. Because sometimes when you put the chord on the 7th, it doesn't sound like it functions as major 7. Like when you hear like, okay, like this is C major 7, right? But when you hear it like this, it doesn't really sound like major 7 anymore. It sounds like, to me, it sounds like a C major chord with a B in the bass. You know, so it kind of loses its function. So what I would do is, instead of putting the chord on the 7th in major 7, I would put it on the 6th.
Okay, so I gotcha. So instead of using the major 7th as the bass note,
Right.
you'd use the 6th.
So what I might do to make sure my notes add up more is when it goes from the 5, like from the 5th being in the bass, so that would be like this.
Yeah.
I might throw this in as my passing tone, and then to get to there, because you remember you need to always add up to like making sure you hit your chords on beats 1 and 3. So you need to make sure you know where your passing tones are.
Yeah.
And so that's why so that would be the only like weird thing on minor chords. You would still put it on the flat 7, like you'd put a chord with it, but on major 7 is the only one that doesn't sound right.
Okay.